Hello and welcome. We now turn our attention to Ghana's animation industry, as a team of creatives are not just making this emerging market attractive to millennials, but doing so through bespoke telling of Ghana's political history. Today, Ghanaian production house Parable Studio, in collaboration with Animation Africa, will premiere the 28th February, The Crossroads, an animated film on the Accra riots of 1948. Joining us is executive producer Samuel Korte. But before we enter into the conversation proper, here's a spoiler of the film.
Knew little about. They fought with a knew little about. They fought valiantly and brought victory to their colonial masters. Back home, denied of their entitlement, they were forced into a life of hardship, one that will spur them on to unite, rise and march on to fight for what was theirs by right. February 28 was that day. Everything changed.
The final match is only tomorrow. Look on the brighter side. He will come back a different man.
Oh, comrades! Be patient! Oh, comrades!
Far away in a foreign land.
Great. And for those of us who are wondering what the February riots of 1948 was all about, well, it was a protest march by unarmed ex-servicemen who were agitating for their benefit as veterans of World War II, of course, who were broken up by the police, leaving 3 leaders of the group dead. So, I mean, a little bit of history there for you. But congratulations, Mr. Korte, that you could pull this one off. What really motivated the team, the team to go in for such a theme as the Accra riots of 1948?
Well, we thought that we need to capture a bit of Ghana's history, look at the areas where we haven't really touched. All that we do on 28th February is to lay wreath, have some ceremony, and that's all. But we believe that that was where history of Ghana, history of the political development towards independence, started. And we thought that if we have to start anything, it would be interesting to capture that. Now, the other thing too is that it was going to be difficult to do this in real action, where we have to recreate, the whole places, the Christianborg area as in 1948. That was going to be too difficult. And so and then when you use animation, it gives you the flexibility to do whatever you want to do. I mean, defy nature in your representation. And so we thought that let's start with something. And 28th, we felt was going to be exciting. Indeed,
but of course, it dovetails into this question about the animation industry and how it's really, working out as an emerging industry for the creative industry. How has it been so far?
Quite interesting. We've done 60 years. I mean, and
60 years.
60 years of animation since we first started with content on Ghana television, late 60s. We've done a lot of advocacy, using animation to do advocacy, save water, environment, and all that. So in 2009, Parable Studios made the first edition of 28th February.
Impressive.
And so 3 years ago, we came together, Parable Studios got some studios together, Animation Africa, Alex Bannerman, to remake 28th. And it has been exciting relationship so far.
Let's talk about commercialization, because the money is all that matters.
Sure.
You could come up with all these brilliant ideas. We keep seeing Ghana's movie industry always have issues regarding finance. So how does the animation sector attract? Is it really attracting investment as we speak?
There is a lot of interest in funding. Quite a lot of interest in funding. But funding with the returns will come when it is with feature length. Short films and short sequences, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they won't bring the money. What will bring the money is when we go feature. When you're doing 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And interestingly, this is 55 minutes, and this is the first time we're doing this. And we're happy to partner Parable Studios in producing what would be Ghana's first feature-length animation. And we believe that the quality of work that has gone into it can be compared to any other production.
And I've seen that for myself on screen.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you looking at some partnerships with, let's say, Netflix and other international production houses?
We've had some interest. You know, we've had some interest earlier on. I mean, just before COVID, when we started talking about it, when we started pitching the ideas, we did have some interest coming up. I think that what they were waiting to see, I mean, what all these institutions are waiting to see is to see if we can actually finish it.
Indeed.
Yes, and thankfully we have done it. We're not saying that we've done the best film, but we believe that we've done something that would bring in the investment. Something that if anybody was to put in money, he would make his profit. Indeed.
The Crossroads, when is it premiering, and why should anyone be a part of this momentous event?
Well, it should. Two things: history, remembrance, legacy. 28th of February, we're going to show it. The event actually happened on the 28th of February in 1948, and 28th of February 2022, we're going to have it at the Silverbird Cinemas in Accra. At 7 p.m. we're going to start showing. We'll have 2 shows. We're looking at other venues across the country. We want to make sure that we bring it to all the regions, and we're going to have a road show after that.
Of course, we're grateful that you could join us for this interview, but just before we leave, I want us to just roll out the spoilers once again so that our viewers could have an appreciation of this particular piece put together by Ghanaians. I mean, this isn't a foreign thing that you're watching. This is made in Ghana, as we come back for closing statements. Great. Well, Samuel, as we wrap up, what entered into the narration, into the plot setup, and of course, the entire sequence of this?
Yeah. Well, I must say first, this is an all Ghanaian team that's created. We used people like Ajete and
30 seconds.
We used Ajete and Rhoda and some seasoned Ghanaian artists because we wanted to have voices, and even for the voice of Emily, that was a Ghanaian.
Great.
So
great. So you've heard that for yourself, make your way to the Silverbird.
Silverbird, yes.
Yes, on the 28th of February. This ends Marketplace with me, Charles Aitib. Many thanks for watching.